And all right, here we go. This
You're at the
is
end.
I am at the end of this. All right. Um, and this picture here shows a Gandhi leading the Salt March, which was a nonviolent protest against the salt tax. He would later become the leader of the Congress Party. And once again, Swadeshi of our own country is a nationalist quote in a way from the Indian National Congress.
And so these pictures here show the process that the cotton pickers went through, and it was really just um, backbreaking stuff. And um, the Englishmen started the first steam powered cotton mills at the Bahria Cotton Mill in 1818 and the Fort Gloucester Mill in 1830 in Calcutta, and gradually Indian capital ingrained itself into this industry. And Bombay and Ahmedabad described as the great centers of the industry. Apart from concentration of the industry in and around Bombay, the other distinguishing feature was the prominence of the production of yarn. And British mills during this time tended to specialize in spinning yarn or weaving cloth, but they never did both. And on the contrary, many of the Indian mills were spinning mills. And however, these Indian mills tended to become composite enterprises with the weaving units.
And here is a very good website to show the cotton manufacture process. It is modern, of course, but it is a pretty good indication of what occurred 2 centuries ago, approximately. Here we have a primary source, Scientific American, that shows the British India Company's wealth. Like its annual revenue was estimated at $135 million. Imagine that is not even now, just 2 centuries ago when it was even more. And although we can't account for this to be all textiles, we can say that part of it was due to textiles.
And cotton textiles, they originally helped the Indian fortunes because of the delicacy and overall quality. However, the British just destroyed the industry, and the graph shows the growth of the cotton industry in India after the taxes and the banning of Indian textiles. The Indian small scale textile industries were destroyed, and the British started selling their textiles in Indian markets, and Indians just lost their fortunes. And the American Civil War kind of brought back the Indian industry because the South couldn't grow any cotton, but it was still much worse than it had been pre-colonial era. And or you could talk about.
Okay. And Tavernier, once again, if I mispronounce that, I'm sorry, a French businessman who visited India in the mid 17th century. So this was before Britain came. And he explains how the cotton fabric textiles was smooth and it was fine and it was very intricate. And now just imagine the British coming in and completely destroying this industry. And once again, indicated here. And if you would like more information regarding the destruction of the Indian textile industry, this is a very good website for that.
And in this graph, you can see that in British exports are they're just exporting more than India, and so Britain is profiting a lot more. And while India is losing money, Britain is benefiting tremendously. And it's essentially mercantilism. And the same thing is shown right here, um, where the British export more, the Indians export less, and the British profit while the Indians do not profit.
And although this shows years in like a 30-year time span, it's once again a good indication of ever increasing profit on the British Empire. Here is a political cartoon. This cartoon, once again published in Punch magazine, coincided with the 8th Indian National Congress in 1892. It shows the manner in which British colonial rule drains resources from India through excessive taxation and exploitation of raw materials. An Indian army soldier is riding the Indian elephant, and the back has ammunition, cannons, and firearms. The elephant's feet are chained to a salt and land tax, as well as a variety of acts designed to guarantee